Hello everybody, welcome again to day 37. So this is day 37 is a two-part series. We have day 37A and 37B, right? So day 37, so I want to talk more on how you can read buyers signals and handling objections during inspections, right? Yes, we talked about how you can do the whole inspection. I hope it was helpful, right? So I want to talk about how you can handle objections during inspection, right? This is in this class you'll be learning how you can master the art of in the moment selling when you are facing or when you are face to face with the client. How can you sell in the moment when you're face to face with the client? You can see if they have doubts, you can see the concerns, you can see the objections in their faces. You understand? So the goal of this class is to equip you to spot when a client is interested, even if they don't say it, and respond to hesitations in the way that moves the sales forward. It's very, very important, right? So imagine this: you at inspection now, the client's eyes is lit up when they see the view, or you're taking them and it looks I get it a lot. I'm taking the clients and I'm like, my God, it's far, this place is far. I'll tell them, calm down, it's your first time. Anytime you're visiting a place for the first time, it always looks like a distance. If you come frequently, you'll find out that it's not far. Don't worry, by the time we are going back, you'll see that it's very, very close, right? And it eventually tends to turn out to be close to them. So now going back to my imaginary scenario now. Imagine this: you are at inspection, the client eyes is lit up when they see the view, but they say nothing. You must be conscious to the body language of your client on inspection. Or they keep asking questions about payment plan but never talk about price. These are golden moments if you can read them. You must learn to read their conversations, the tone of their voice, their body language in those scenarios and times. So today we'll be diving into how to read buyer signals and handle objections during inspection, so that you can close more deals without pushing too hard, right? So the first part is understanding the buyer signals, right? Buyer signals are the little clues that tells you where the client's head and heart are during an inspection, right? They come in two forms, either verbal or non-verbal. By their gesture, their body language. You need to look out for the non-verbal communications and the verbal expressions, even the tones behind the verbal communications of your client. Number one, non-verbal buyer signal, right? The body language, you look out for the body language. Lean in, maybe they're leaning, slow down during their walk, they touch the wall if it's a house, looking out for the balcony, they want to check the environment, they're looking at the road, they're connecting to the environment, and all of those stuffs. The body language. Facial expressions. The facial expressions of your client, they raise their eyebrow or side smelling, nodding at some point. Okay. Facial expressions. Pacing, movement, spend more time in a certain area or returning to a specific spot. I hope you understand what I'm saying. Number one is what the body language. These are the non-verbal body signals. The body language, the facial expression, and their movement, pacing, right? Number two now is the verbal buyer signal, right? This is when they are talking now. They are asking about payment plan, documentation, availability. They are asking questions. You need to take note of those verbal signals. Number two, they are asking questions like how soon can we possess this land? How soon can allocation be? What is the building arrangement? What's the next step to take, right? Questions like that. comparison to other property. When they begin to compare with other property, this is better than the last one we saw, or this seems to be this. Those verbal communications are signals, right? So the more personal these questions, the warmer the lead. I'm sure you understand cold, warm, and hot leads. For example, my kids will love this place, means they are picturing themselves here. Or I think my wife will love this kitchen, or I think my husband will love that we have a full compound. I think we will prefer a standalone apartment than a terrace. You need to understand those verbal signals and interpret it to sell your value. So how you handle objections now? Like a pro, objections aren't rejections. Never forget that. Objections are not rejections. They are buying signals in disguise. I come again with that. Objections are not rejections. Rather, they are buying signals in what? In disguise. So when somebody says to you, it's too expensive, I think I need to think about it, or I have to talk to my spouse or my business partner. Here are the 3-step formula that you need to work with. Number 1 is the acknowledgement, number 2 is the clarity, and number 3 is what? The response. That is the ACR approach, right? So step 1, acknowledge. Show understanding. I completely understand how you feel about this price. Acknowledge. Number 2, clarify. Find the roots why that objection was raised. So when you say it's expensive, are you comparing to a different property, or is it your budget that it's the price is above? Do you understand? You need to clarify the root cause of that objection they are bringing up, right? Which you might later help to uproot. Respond now. Give value in response to whatever objection they are bringing to you. Highlight return on investment, appreciational potential of that environment. Remind them of unique feature, right? Remember this estate already has a CFO, which means your investment is secured and resellable. Do you understand? Offer them flexible payment solutions. Also, you need to present value as your response, right? So never argue with them, rather make them feel hard. When they feel hard, they feel safe with you. Then guide them back to benefits. Never argue, make them feel hard, then you guide them back to benefit. These are very, very important tips that will help you when you face objections at inspection point, either on a house tour or on a site visit. Is very, very important. So how you will be turning in signals into commitment, how you can turn that signal, body signal, verbal signals into commitment, actual commitment from your client end. Now once you spot buyer signals and resolve objections, move forward or towards soft closing questions, right? These are closing questions that you can use. Number 1, you can say, would you prefer the 300 square meter or the 450 square meter, or do you prefer the 150 square meter or the 250 square meter? Do you prefer the 250 square meter or the 500? Give them a 2-option category so that their choice is specified. Do you prefer a block of flat or 4 block of flat to your name? So do you prefer a full compound, or you can share boundary, a semi-detached? Limit the options in this plot. So you give them soft closing questions that can help them to make that decision now and then. Should I reserve this plot for you before someone else picks it? That's a soft closing question. Should I reserve this? Should we reserve this plot for you? We are locked in down on this plot for you. We're reserving this for you. Should I, you want to make them feel value. Oh wow, important. Do you understand? Do you want to start with the minimum deposit today to go for the 40% plan, or go for the 3-month payment plan, the 6-month payment plan? Do you understand? Are you ready to commit fully are you looking at paying it off once, which comes with no extra cost, or spreading the balance, which comes with an extra cost at a flexible advantage for you? Do you understand? Use those soft closing questions, because closing is very, very important in this conversation. Now, on your next inspection, these are something things you should write down. Write down at least 3 non-verbal bias signals you spot when you go for an inspection. That means you should be booking an inspection with the client this week, right? One objection, or you yourself come for an inspection. One objection and how you handle it, right? When you go for an inspection, don't forget, look out for those signals. When you document your processes, it's easy for you to replicate your victory. Right? Africa is where it is today because we did not document our history, and then another person writes our history for us, and every writing takes the form of the writer. So what form do you want your inspection, your sales to take if you don't document your processes? So document every verbal and non-verbal signals you perceive and how you address them. Then review it. Improve after every inspection is the fast way for you to grow, right? So let's move from interest to agreement. Read signals and handle objections, right? So this will be the close for today. I hope you've gotten value. This is a 2-pack series for you, right? I hope you've gotten value for your time. I'll be seeing you. I want to talk about building trust during inspection. I don't know if I should just do that rundown in this session already. It's very, very important that when you're on inspection with your client, you're able to build trust, because when trust is not perceived and is not attained in an inspection, doubt steps in, right? So when a client comes for an inspection, they are not only inspecting their land, they are also inspecting you. They are inspecting your body language, your interaction with the security. They are inspecting your tone. Are you bold? Are you confident? Are you saying? Are you doubting? Are you stammering? They are inspecting you also. So if they feel you are unprepared, sloppy, unsure of your facts, you've already lost it before you even start. The wife might even be telling the husband, I don't like the way this guy is behaving. I feel like there is something he's hiding. You don't want your client to be in that position. So today, let me break down how to build trust during inspection so that your client can live with no doubt about working with you. So first impression matters. Your client will make a judgment within the first 30 seconds of meeting you at an inspection site. So here's what you are silently asking, right? Does this place looks like you want to ask yourself, does this person looks like a professional? As a question you ask yourself. This is what your clients are silently asking. Forgive my tongue. Your client are silently asking this question. This person, does it look like a professional? Do they know their stuff? They want to be sure if you know your stuff. Can I trust them with my money? So you put yourself in this light. Do I look professional? Can they trust me with their resources? Do you understand? So these are 3 non-negotiable for first impression. Be punctual. I'm trying to rush this so that this video is not too long. Be punctual. Number 2, dress professionally. Number 3, greet warmly. I said this before, I'm just reiterating on this again. So one of the things you need to also do is to master your property, right? Master your property knowledge. Nothing kills trust faster than a realtor who does not know the property details. You must be able to understand every details about your property. You should know the land size, options, and prices. You should be able to understand the title document, location, landmark, and everything, payment plan, and ongoing promos and everything about that project. You should be able to know your product, how to prepare, have all facts ready in your head, off hand, not just on your phone. Confidently communicate those values. Confidence comes from how fluency you are. Do you understand? So communication and confidence, this is another thing you need to understand. Clients don't just listen to what you say, they notice how you say it. So how you communicate determines how they receive you, right? So speak clearly, avoid filler words like maybe, no, work ahead and lead the talk confidently. Do you understand? Answer questions directly. If you don't know what to say, that's a great question, let me confirm and get back to you. Do you understand? You can say that's a great question, but let me confirm that and get back to you. Confidently answer that. Then this honestly actually builds the trust in the mind of your client, right? So this is one of the trust checklists that your client are looking for. An inspection, have the checklist ready. Number 1, site info. The site, the title, the location, the landmark, site info. Number 2, relevant document, copies to show to your client if possible to you, available to you, relevant document. Number 3, list of benefit and unique selling points, right? List of benefit and unique selling points, return on investment and other things, turnover on investment. Your business card and company materials should be readily available to you on your site inspection to keep your clients engaged, right? So create an inspection trust checklist. So you have plenty of assignment. Create an inspection trust checklist today. Make it a habit to review it before meeting your client. Even though it's an office visit checklist, you should have that. If it's a site visit checklist, you should have that, right? Inspection etiquette, right? First impressions is what sells. First impressions that sell. This is your inspection etiquette, right? So see you tomorrow in day 18. We are going to be talking about how you can handle tough clients. Some clients can really be tough, how you can handle them face to face, right? I hope you've gotten value. Thank you for listening. My name is Millionaire Realtors, the team lead at Banah Realty Limited. See you on the next one.